Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Wednesday, April 8th. This is Barry here with you in the studio, and today we are making a pear pie. Now, pears, you cannot go wrong with them. And what do you do with pears? You can dice them up, stew them, make it into a pie like we're doing today. So pairs of 4 or 5 guys and joining me in the studio to discuss this delicious pie. Good morning to Oscar.
Good morning, Barry. Thank you for having me on the show.
And and pears, guys, you can't go wrong with them. And pears are full of fibre. Here's my offsider for his opening view about this.
Thank you, Barry. You can use pears are very versatile, as you said before. You can make it stew it, rock it, cut it, eat it fresh, put it in pies, cakes if you like. Juice as well. Pear juice is always nice. So many things can happen from pears.
And always use ripe pears, because if you use rotten pears, guys, they won't taste good. Here's my offsider.
Now you're going to make sure you use fresh ingredients, whatever you're doing. As Barry said, it won't taste good, and if it looks good but it's very hard, it doesn't taste very nice either.
And eating hard pears, guys, they can really upset your stomach. Here's my offsider.
Yes, as Barry said, you don't want to have an upset stomach because you might be sitting on the loo for a little while, unfortunately.
So be careful with pears, guys, because as lovely as they are, you don't want to leave them out too long either, because they will go soft and yucky. Here's my offsider.
That's correct, Barry. You don't want a rotten pear because it'll make you very sick.
And you could end up in the hospital. So pears, guys, you can stuff them, sweet or savory, have them for breakfast. And how would you stew a pear? Well, in the saucepan. Here's my offsider.
Yes, if you'd like to stew a pear, usually you would either skin them and cook them in the saucepan with a bit of sweet flavour as well. And it's very nice with ice cream or custard.
So what else can you do with pears? Well, you can poach them. Here's my offsider.
Barry said you can poach pears as well. It's a very good versatile fruit.
And today also we're going to be talking about apples. Now, the same principle, you can stew apples and make it, and stew them and slice them and make an apple pie. Here's my offsider.
As Barry said, apples are very versatile as well. They're also good for your teeth if you eat those as well.
Now, if you've ever made toffee apples, guys, simply add some sugar and stuff like that. Look up a recipe for it. Here's my offsider.
Yes, toffee apples are very nice for dessert. Also very sweet. But as Barry said, there's always recipes online you can look up.
And apples, guys, yeah, there are many types of apples. Granny Smith apple, apples, red lady apples. Here's my offsider.
Yes, there are many brands of different apples. They can be large or small, but they're all very nice.
And where do apples and pears come from? Well, pears are grown in Victoria, and apples are grown in Bilpin, which is up in the Blue Mountains. Here's my offsider.
Yes, as Barry said, you can actually go apple picking if you like during the season in these areas.
So make sure, guys, you pick the best apples or pears if you are cooking. Here's my outsider.
Yes, I agree with that. What Barry said, you just need to have fresh fruit and good looking fruit if you're going to start cooking.
So today, as we said, we're going to be making something with pears. Pears are full of fiber, guys. Okay, and you can have them on your breakfast, have them for dessert with ice cream. Okay, and even with sausages. Here's my offsider.
Yes, you can even have pears with savoury foods, as Barry said. It's very nice.
So you fill the pear cubs with chutney, okay, and then you roll them with the sausages, and then you make a sauce. So if you're making pears and sausages with the sauce, if you are making the sauce for breakfast and you make it the night before, what you do, guys, is if you make the sauce the night before, when you get up, you gently reheat it in the morning. Here's my offsider.
So Barry can reuse the sauce again, put it in the microwave gently, low heat, and it's delicious, ready to go.
And pears are not only for savory dishes, guys, they are so versatile, but make sure you don't eat too many of them. Otherwise, you know where you will end up in there.
In there, that's correct.
Here's my offsider.
Yes, you have to be careful. You don't want to end up sitting on the toilet all night because you ate too many pears. They're full of fibre.
And also, guys, the Shepherding Preserving Company, they dice up pears too. Here's my offsider.
That's right, they dice up pears as well, which is very nice too.
And you can make a pear crumble. Simply dice up some pears, okay, make a nice healthy topping and bake. Here's my offsider.
Yes, a pear crumble is very nice. Should maybe make one day, Barry, for the viewers.
So we're gonna take a break from the video now and go and see how this pie is coming along. So join us for part 2. The time is coming up to 10 o'clock here, 6 minutes to 10 o'clock. So before we cut to the break, I'm just reminding you to be there for one another, support one another, don't get angry if things are frustrating you. Here's my offsider to take us to the break with that.
I agree with Barry there. Just everyone stay safe. Keep your 1.5 metre distances away, and we can all get through this together.
And remember, don't call 000 unless it's an emergency. Here's my offsider to bring you that message before we cut to the break.
Once again, I'll just reiterate what Barry was saying. You just have to make sure you don't call 000 unless you need to.
And 000, guys, is not a chit chat line. It's for emergencies. And also, if you assault or hinder a paramedic, you will be fined very heavily and charged with assault. Paramedics are not punching bags. Here's my offside report. Here's a closing message on the first part of the show.
Yes, as Barry was saying, we just read that they're out there doing their job, so just keep them safe and always keep your distance away from people.
And we'll be back with part 2 a little later on. Enjoy this part. Don't go away, guys. Here's my offside to tell you we'll be back later on with you.
We're just having a quick, short break to continue our baking, and we'll be back to let you know how it all goes.
And sit back and relax and enjoy the following video that we're about to bring you. So do stay with us. Here's my offside.
Yes, I'll just say, as Barry said, don't leave us, don't change the channel, we'll be back before you know it.
We'll be back with you and we'll tell you how the prayer time went. So don't go back.
Don't go away.
And we'll have more of today's show coming up. And coming up, we'll be talking about how to make a fresh pear and apple juice. So that's all coming up on today's show. Stay with us. You're watching the Wednesday edition of Barry and Oscar, and we'll be back with you as soon as we can. And remember, guys, safe distancing.